I love the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is so nice and so useful. Hi, I'm Sarah. I've been a STEM science math teacher for over 20 years, and I am here to make math engaging and fun and not so scary for everyone involved. If this goes away, follow me on YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, Stan Store. So Pythagorean theorem, it only applies to right triangles. There are ways that you can use it in like non-right triangles, but ultimately what you would end up doing is you find the right triangle, and then you can use it to find like distances and things like that. So you can, oh my God, I think I just broke my toe. I just kicked the table so hard. It's like Family Guy. Ah, ow. Oh my, sorry guys. Oh my God. No, it's okay. I just kicked the table really hard. Okay. So Pythagorean theorem is a relationship that always is true with a right triangle. Okay. And that is that when one of the angles is 90 degrees, the side across from the 90-degree angle, that's called the hypotenuse, that is always going to be your longest side. Okay. That's the largest angle. It's across from the longest side. We know it's the largest angle because triangles can only add up to 180. So if half of those degrees are being taken up by one angle, then that's what you got, right? You can only get, like, these two angles can only be less than 90 degrees total. Okay, so the way that Pythagorean theorem works is that if you square both of the legs, you get the hypotenuse squared, okay? So what you can do is a lot of times you'll also see A and B and C. I like to just re-emphasize, like with my students, that it's a leg squared plus a leg squared, not just A squared plus B squared, because A and B, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which one is A and which one is B. So if you square the legs and add them together, you get the square of the hypotenuse, always, okay? So the fact that it can't just be any three combination of numbers, okay? It's a specific relationship that goes, specific relationship that goes into this, right? With that right triangle. You can also use this to find the distance on a coordinate plane. Okay, so you can use this to find the distance on a coordinate plane if you don't want to memorize the distance formula, right? And actually, the distance formula is from the Pythagorean theorem. So when you're finding, with these formulas, as with any formula, right? You plug in what you know and solve for what you don't know. And that's it. Now, there are some side lengths that are called like Pythagorean triples, which means that they're going to be like whole numbers or like integers for the legs. I know it's 3, 4, 5. Okay. So because you've got 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared, that's 9 plus 16. And that does equal 25, right? 25 equals 25. So that is a Pythagorean triple. I think it's 24, 25, 7. And there's a handful of them. But usually when you're using this, you're just trying to find a missing side length. You're trying to find the distance between 2 points. So you may leave it as a simplified radical, or you may round it to the nearest tenth. It just depends on what level of math you're in. Usually when you're in like pre-algebra or algebra 1, most teachers, if you're finding the distance or something like that, you'll just round it to the nearest tenths. But when you get into more advanced algebra and like trig and things like that, you would leave it as a simplified radical. That's mathed up.